I want to go over 4 things regarding the tags, the HTML elements. All right, first I'm going to talk about opening and closing tags. So let me isolate this one. Here's a pair of H2 tags surrounding the words the restaurant. If I type H2, that's the opening tag. Then the text is inside. How do I close the tag? Any tag that comes in a pair that is opened must be closed. Typos are no good, right? And you start something that you want to be an H2, a heading level 2 with H2, and you close it with /H2. If a tag is part of a pair, its closing tag will have a slash in it, like you see here. And I'm going to save and reload in the browser so you see that I didn't mess anything up, but I want to actually mess something up. I'm going to remove my closing tag. Okay, so this tag does not close. This H2, it is unclosed. So I'm going to save in the text editor. I'm going to reload in the browser. And what has happened? This is a mistake. This is in fact a major mistake. You didn't close your tag. You can tell you didn't close your tag because everything in the paragraph now looks like a heading. The way to fix it is to make sure you have closed your tag. So, do all tags come in pairs? No, there are some tags that Robbins refers to as empty tags that don't have a pair. They are a single tag, there's no closing tag. One of these is at the top of the document, one kind of an example of a tag that doesn't close, an empty tag, is the meta tag, okay? The meta tag is a single tag, empty element, no closing tag to go with it. Inside the meta tag, you will see an attribute name and an attribute value, but there's no closing tag, there is no /meta, there's no such thing. Similarly, the image tag, right? Let me isolate this image tag so you can see it clearly. The image tag contains 2 attributes, source and alt, but there is no closing tag. There is no pair. The image tag is what's called an empty element. It doesn't have a closing tag. Here's another one right here, BR for break, no closing tag. The BR tag goes at the end of a line if you want lines to be broken in all cases. In other words, you want the next thing to start on a new line. That is the only time you use a BR tag. Now, did I fix everything? Let's see. Save and reload. Yeah. All right. What if I put a BR tag in here? Save. So I put it right after the word hip in the sentence, the Black Goose Bistro offers casual lunch and dinner fare in a hip atmosphere. I stuck in a BR tag right here. What is going to happen when I reload this page? Let's see where that is. It's right in here. Reload, and it's broken. Now, is that good or bad? What's going to happen when somebody reads that on a phone? It's going to start to look stupid. You see that? You see how the break is not good? It might have looked good on a wide browser window, but on a narrow window, it's going to be messed up. So, the lesson about BR tags is do not use them unless you want that line to always break at that exact point. Down here at the bottom, Robbins has a few BR tags that do make sense. Why do they make sense? Oops, I didn't save that. They make sense because you do want this information about days of the week to always be on separate lines. So sometimes it's legitimate to use a BR tag. In other cases, you might feel like you want one, but it's not really a good idea. So we're going to see a lot more tags that have attributes in the future. But for now, you have the meta tag, and the only attribute you know about is char set, which takes the attribute value UTF-8, UTF-8. And the image tag, which will take a source pointing to the image itself, and an alt tag, which describes what the image is. Robbins also talks about this. The last thing I want to talk about for tags is nesting. So what is nesting of tags? You can see an example of a nested tag in the paragraph that says, "You have fun, we'll handle the cooking." Okay, right here. So "we'll handle the cooking" has been rendered in italics because it's been marked for emphasis, EM for emphasis. It's important that the nested tags as a pair are both inside the outer tags, which in this case is the P and the /P. So within a paragraph, you're going to make some italics around something. You're going to put M and /M around only the text that you want to appear in italics. If you wanted to put M tags within this heading that says catering, some people would want to put the closing M tag here. That is so wrong. That is not nesting. Nesting means you go inside. If you've got H2s and you want to put something italic within the H2, both the M and the /M tags have to be inside. Only way it's going to work. That's now going to look like this. You might also see that even though I put in lots and lots of extra line spaces and save and reload, those extra line spaces do not show up on the finished HTML page. So put in blank lines to help yourself. These spaces also, spaces, more than one space, they do not show up at all. Right? That head catering, it is not stuck off to the side. It doesn't have spaces around it. So the browser is not going to take note of extra spaces that you type between words or extra lines that you place between paragraphs or anything else like that. Okay, comments. How do you put a comment inside a document? Let's say you want to add a note to yourself or perhaps to your client saying, check the summer hours and update below if they change. All right, so what just happened? When I did not have the closing tag for a comment at the end of the line, everything from here to the bottom in line 23, everything from bracket, exclamation point, hyphen, hyphen, everything else is gray. But when I close the comment, only this line enclosed in the comment tags is gray. Now, is that text going to appear on the page above location and hours? Let's see. No, not there. So a comment is a way to make notes to yourself within the HTML that will not appear on the page. However, don't forget that anybody in any browser anywhere can view source, and they can see that comment. So you must never write things in the comment like passwords. You can never write things in a comment like making fun of your boss. not a good idea, right? Because anybody can view source and see that comment. And again, how do I view source on any website? View, and in Chrome it's under developer and view source. In the other browsers it's in a different place. In Safari it's kind of hard to find, but since I always use Chrome, that's the one I know. All right, last but not least, I mentioned that we're not going to get into CSS styles this week. We will get into CSS styles in 2 weeks when we will get into them in a big way. So you can play around with them a little bit this week if you want to, but we're not going to go over what they mean or how to use them.